Hello, friends. Welcome to race 7 at Mosport Karting Center. And, ladies and gentlemen, we are wet today. I actually showed up late to this event, so I didn't get to do practice and get used to the rain. However, rain actually works out well in my favor. We're doing the heat racing again, but we start in the last position. There was 11 drivers today. I guess a lot of people canceled going to the race today because of the rain. I think they remembered that these carts had issues with there being stalls from the rain, water getting in the intake or something. We don't know. They're trying to fix it, but the carts ran pretty decent today. So we are in the full track today without the lower bowl. So it's a shorter but longer race. Um, like I said, rain races. I fare pretty well in the rain races. So um, we didn't get a good start here. The Marshall didn't slow the leaders down, and have a big gap here to catch up to in front of us. But we hold on to. You'll see a lot of bunch of lines are different here. One driver just spun out on the hill. I was full throttle and I went to the grass just a touch, but already gained a position. It sucks when you go around a turn like that, especially on a hill. You cause a spin. You spin yourself out. It's just the absolute worst. But we've got Jeremy, Kirk, and Darren in front of us. Kirk is the one in the yellow bodysuit. Ross is the driver right in front of me. And if you look into the distance there, be a little collision and a 3-car pile up there. I swing around on the right side, and I gained about 4 positions there. We got Devin, the driver, was on my left. He's behind me now. Um, but we're swinging around our hill turn here, which is a very hard turn to make in the rain because 90% of that turn is rubber, and when it's wet, that rubber turns to ice. Um, but for now, we are playing catch up, trying to catch up to Jeremy in the yellow helmet there. We also have Mark, Aaron, the two in front of Jeremy. Mark is the white helmet, and Aaron is in third. Just checking where the other drivers are coming down the front straightaway. A lot of speed. Unfortunately, a lot of sliding too, as you can see there. Usually, I would hug that curb on the right side, but I can't because my tires are sliding everywhere. You'll have to forgive the camera angles in the races to come up. I lost the grip to hold my camera steady, like hold it in spot. So it might be a little lower than what you guys are used to seeing. But as you can see, we caught right up to Jeremy here. This hairpin is one people are notorious for spinning in, but the 5 of us here, and 6 of us, apologies, made it through fairly good. I went a little wider, trying to keep up with Jeremy, caused me to slip. There I am telling myself, okay, I need to go wider into the turn and then come out tighter as a practice that I've been trying to do. So the top 5 there, they pull away. They get a decent spot, a decent gap, I should say. Um, Rain racing, I find, is quite fun. A lot more people have fun in the rain races because they know that spinning out is, if you don't spin out in a rain race, you're trying too hard, is what a lot of people have been saying. A spin out is almost inevitable. Even if you like slipping and sliding like that, like I just did, it's still fun. I felt a lot more comfortable in today's race all 3 sessions. Yes, the track was wet, a little dry in spots, but was a lot of wet racing, and but I felt back in my groove where I was at the beginning of the season. I think I've shaken the yips that I had going on as we go into the center hairpin. Nice and smooth, bring it around, and just like that. A little overcorrection because I started to slip. Check it again, see if anyone's around me. And it's hard to see out of your visor, by the way. Like, the camera doesn't do it justice. A lot of us could not see in front of us at all. I wear glasses, and they fogged up almost as soon as I put the visor down. Like, seeing in front of me was impossible. Here you see Jeremy spins out. I managed to get around him, so I'm up to 5th place now. Yeah, I'm up to 5th place, which was fairly good. I expected to fall back a little bit, I'm not going to lie. But you figure here we started in 11th, and we're up to 5th in 3 laps. So, not really terrible racing. I get a bump here. I didn't know Kirk was right there with me. I give him a, hey, I'll give him a wave. The apologetic wave. That bump did kind of help, though. It did keep me straight. But, and Kirk was telling me here in this in this upcoming part of the track that he was just risking it with the move he makes, because he thought he might as well try it, right? Like, there was no point in not trying it. But I slow right down, and he comes sliding past. I get on his inside, and he had the better area to be in because he was on the outside. Or I'm sorry, he was on the inside to this turn, but you don't quite see it. But right here, he grubs onto the rubber, and there he is. And then he goes around. I get tighter, and he just slides. And he said he was just laughing there, thinking that's all he could do. He had to try his best to try and get in front of me. But coming down to the final turns in the chicane, I slide in, go wide. Kirk comes in across. I get bumped by Devin. I give him the hand up, as in, what are you doing? Don't be dumb. I had a better run off of the turn here from Kirk. I turn back and I look at Devin. I point to my head, saying, use your brain. Don't be trying to make passes like that. That's ridiculousness. That's how people get hurt, and in rain races, it's how you ruin someone's race. Regardless, we finished our first race of the heat sessions. We finished in 6th place, which, again, starting from 11th, that's a 5-position gain. Again, I hope you guys are enjoying the videos. I always say this every video. Please do like, subscribe, tell your friends. Tell your friends' friends. Let everybody know, because I'm not monetizing these videos. So any interaction to these videos is 100% genuine reaction of when I see them. But we are about to head into the second heat race. We're going to cut to it. As soon as we get into the pits, I'm going to try the next couple races with the full day on one video, just to see how you guys like it. But, like, there we go. 6th place finish from 11th in a wet race. First wet race of the year, actually. So we will see you guys in heat race 2. Bye-bye. And welcome back, everybody, to heat race 2 of race 7 of Mosport Karting Center. Just as we went out, it started to rain. It rained hard. And because I started the first heat race in last place, the start of this heat race is first. This is the camera angle I was talking about, because I lost my shin grip to hold the camera steady, so it's a little lower than what you're used to And I pre-watched the video to which you can see most of the race. It shouldn't be too bad. I hope to get that fixed by the next race when it comes out. A couple people asked me when doing this lap here, the lead out lap, to make sure that we're all bunched together or as close as possible. The first heat race we didn't do the greatest start. There was a lot of people gapping with each other, so I'm trying to stay slow and smooth to make sure everyone's with me. Heading around the final turn, I see a giant puddle in front of me, and it's like, nope, let's go around here. Take a look, see the last guy coming around the final turn. Double check, triple check, and we're coming up to the speed line. I step on the gas, and away we're off into the start of the race, and boom, puddle. Right in the face with water, and then come over to the side, boom, got another one. So now I am drenched. Head to toe, I am drenched from those puddles. I could not see them again. Like I mentioned, the visors, my visor and my glasses were 100% fogged. I almost was pretty much driving by feel. And as you can hear on the video, if you hear the camera, there's Kirk trying to make a pass on me. I get back by him again. But if you hear under my voice, that's rain hitting the camera. Like it's still coming down in this session. But we go into the first hairpin, slowing down. My hand slipped off the wheel. Kirk gets a good run, and Devin follows around. So we're down to third. We started first. We're down to third in half a lap, which you can't. I couldn't be too upset with it because of the fact that it's wet. It is really wet out there. The camera's slipping down, so a lot of it you might just, and with wiping my visor off, you might see a lot of the steering wheel. Devin there tried to use Kirk as a brake again, and Kirk wasn't thrilled about that. You can't do that in the rain. When it's wet and you're using someone as a brake, you're going to end up taking yourself and the person you're using as a brake out. There's a nice little splash from the final puddle, cleaning my visor, my camera mount off, so you can kind of see. I remembered the puddle was there this time, so I went around it. And see the camera slid down a little bit again there. But we head up the hill, we kept a little bit of speed. We're doing a good job staying in third. Into our upper bowl, which is a rough turn to make because you have to go wide, slow, and then fast to keep up and not spin out at the same time. Heading down the hill now at max speed. Wiping the visor off. Can't see a thing. Just trying to race this by memory. Taking our right turn around the hairpin. As smooth as you can make it. Another wipe down of the mask. Wipe at the camera. And heading into the mid-hill. I cooked it just a little too much and I touched the grass. The dirt. Took a peek back, see anyone was coming. With it being wet, I found that a lot of people were being more cautious of their getting up behind people. Take a little bit of a wide turn, cut it back in tight, head around the chicane, trying to avoid that puddle. Looking for a line, can't find it, right through the puddle. That line slows you down. Like, you hit that puddle at the end there, it'll slow you right down. I also had my head pointed down a little bit as well because of the rain coming in. But, you know, video doesn't look too bad. More action shot from the steering wheel. You can see the inputs that I'm putting for the steering to try and keep it going. You know, little inputs and then big input. And you can see a lot of water coming off those wheels. There's Brent made a move. I tried to get back on him, but I was starting to slide, so I didn't want to I didn't want to lose too many positions. So I'm just talking to myself, wiping the visor and keeping the the visor open just a smidge so I can get some air in and try and defog things. So we're currently back and forth. Again, not a terrible position to be in the heat races. You know, we finished fifth or sixth in the first heat. Now we're in fourth in this heat. So honestly, I thought I fell back farther than I already had. But turned out we finished fourth, and I mean, it's incredible seeing the water flying off those wheels. There's a bump from I believe it was Lauren, Brent's daughter, gave me a bump there. She didn't mean to. She went by me and gave me a wave, like an apologetic wave. There she is. But we dropped down to fifth now, following Lauren. She was trying a new move here, new run. And she actually did a good job to keep that speed up going up the hill. I give my head a shake because I just felt like I was really slow. But going into this turn, Lauren overcooked it, and I don't think you can see it. Oh, there she goes in the grass. She had myself and Darren, who's actually right behind me. She had us beat. Unfortunately, the wet didn't agree with her on that turn. So we're going around the hairpin once again. I'm just trying to hold on to position. I gained it back. I'm back up to fourth place. And I think this was the last lap. I can't remember. I didn't see the last lap sign. Took it just a little too hard. Almost went off the grass. Onto the grass. Down the hill. And there's just pooling puddles everywhere. You hit those, you're going to go sliding. I let Darren know I'm slowing down. There's a little bump from him. Wasn't terrible. Sliding, can't keep my wheels. I can't be too out of the way. There's Darren there. And I think he tried to go on my left side. Or he came wide. And yes, this was the checkered flag as I look over. And I said, phew! I didn't think he was that fast, but luckily we got the checkered flag and we finished fourth. He finished fifth. Apparently the time difference there was a 0.07. I believe was the time difference as we crossed the finish line. Which, you know, it was a very, very close ending. That's 2 races in a row where Darren and I have finished within the second of each other. Not terrible. So, you know, not a bad 2 heat races. You know, we have finished 5th and... Or, sorry. There I am, just into the rumble strips again, just... just having fun with it. Yeah, no, it was a good session. Good day out so far. But we're about to go into the final race, the finals race. And I believe with our points, we started 4th, which was a big motivational boost after what had happened and the way I'd been not having the best times. So we starting 4th in the final race is not a terrible place to start. Excuse me, in the finish in the finals because of the way the weather is. All right. So here we go into the final race. My kart actually in the middle of waiting for the kids before us to finish. The kart actually, my kart kept dying because it was getting water in the engine. So, the marshal gave me the opportunity to change karts. I'm in number 97, and I thought about it for a second, but I said, you know what? No. 97's a fast cart. It's a even cart. I think I can make it work as long as I'm moving. As long as I keep the engine from idling, I should be okay. So, as you can see, we are starting 4th place. We are behind Brent in 1st, Kirk in 2nd, Devin in 3rd, myself 4th, and our friend Mark is in 5th, actually, right behind me. Which we were all shocked. The both of us, we said, you know what, this is gonna be great because this is gonna be a choo-choo moment. So we're coming around in. We did this really quickly. We're coming around into the straightaway. Brent tried to avoid the puddle. I didn't. They had a big gap. I didn't think they were going to slow down a little bit. I actually was able to gain some speed up here to catch up to them. And off we go into the races. And I think about following Kirk. I was trying to follow Kirk's line. And it wasn't the exact line, but it was very, very good. Like, it actually worked out to my favor. So we're on to Devin's backside. Now, if this was anybody else, I probably would have gave him a little nudge to try and make him squeal, like slide. But he sees me and he gives me a head tap, and I'm shaking my head like, you're out of your mind. I go, if you try to bump draft through the rain, that's just like using someone for a break. You're insane. So I just kind of shake it off, and I say, nope. Oh, down the middle straightaway. We're not having too bad of a run. 4th place. I was wiping my visor and didn't realize the turn was coming that fast, so got right up into the dirt, which I laugh and joke because I said when you touch the dirt, you put a little bit of it on the tires, which gives you more traction in the wet. So coming into the chicanes here, go a little wider than I wanted to, cut across, and you can see the wheels just turned all the way to the right and left to get my turns like that because I was sliding. And then usually it's just a slight little adjustment. But I look back and I noticed that nobody was there. Like, there was nobody around behind me. So there's a gap here between 1st and 2nd, and then 3rd and 4th, 3rd and myself. Trying to catch up, but I didn't have that big of an issue with fogging or even water on the mask in this race, so I was able to make my turns a lot easier. I get onto the rubber there, just a little bit of slide, get back onto the not the dry line, and I race down. I'm watching these guys in front of me going, as long as they don't screw up, or no, if they do screw up, then I have a chance to make a move. My dream scenario would be where if they all just had a 3-way crash, it would have made me go up to 1st. It would have been great. If you heard me say, oh no, going down that middle straightaway, the engine actually started to get water in it again. It actually died 3 times, but sparked back up. I was worried because I was like, I'm having a fantastic day. I don't want to mess up I don't want the cart to mess up my day, even though I had the chance to change the carts. But luckily, before the middle hill turn, the engine spat out whatever water was in it, which caused me to be able to keep going, and I was actually very thrilled by that. I think because I had a big enough gap between 5th place and myself, I didn't have that much panic. I just keep peeking over to see if anyone's there. I believe Lauren actually moved up to 5th place. She was near the back at the start of the race. She's up to 5th place now. I'm still hanging out in 4th place. I'm trying to catch up to Devin and sprint, but I think it was just a little too little too late kind of a thing. Uh, check back to make sure if they're coming or not, and I don't see anybody in my peripheral in real life. So just following around the line, trying to catch up to Devin. If I can get past Devin, that's the first podium for the season.
All right. We're good. We're good. This is a good start. Good finish. Just drive.
And that's where I just realized, just don't make a mistake. Just drive. I think this was the last lap, so I was content with fourth place. I cannot be upset with it. After the finish of last week, we get into fourth place finish for this race, and we did it cleanly, as clean as possible as we physically could with the conditions of the track. So we come around, I take a check, I see Lauren there.
All right. Oh.
And we're just a little excited that we had a top 5 finish in today's race. we we had a bad couple weeks, I won't lie. But again, if you guys are interested, I'm looking back at there seeing who's behind me. If you guys are interested in telling your friends about the videos, about the channel, it would be greatly appreciated. And again, never monetizing these videos, so any exposure to the world would be amazing. I would love to get people to contact me to come to their racetracks. I would love to try out different racetracks around Canada and eventually around Europe. I would love to go out there. So please do like, subscribe, tell all your friends, share the videos, share them on your social medias. I would love that. But like I said, we had a fourth place finish today in the wet, and this will be my last Sunday race for a few weeks, almost a month actually, because of conflicting schedules with my work, my real job. So our next race will actually be on a Tuesday, so you'll see a whole bunch of different people. And with that, guys, I hope you have a great weekend, have a great week, and I will talk to you guys later. See ya.